Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Manuel. On this space we talk everything IELTS, nursing, NCLEX, conferences and so much more. Today we are coming to talk about something special, which is your CGFNS application process. Wait, we are not coming to talk about the whole process, but we are coming to talk about some errors that candidates like you and I make when filling the application form. This does not only delay the process, but it can also be very costly. So guys, you just have to take your pen and make this note so that you don't repeat the mistakes some candidates and I made during our application process. Without wasting much time, let's dive into the video. So the first one I want to talk about is keying in your senior high school results correctly. Guys, this is very important because recently I decided to do a re-evaluation of my CES report and I was asked to add a scratch card to confirm my results. So now they don't only take the screenshot or the PDF version of your results, they also want you to send them a scratch card to confirm your results. So in order to avoid any discrepancies that you key in, make sure the result that you upload is a true statement of the result that you achieved. Do not make any false entry or go and forge any results. Now let's go to the second error. The second mistake or the second error that most candidates make is doing your board registration at the same time with your CGFNS application. Now most of us want the process to go faster for us, so anytime we start the CGFNS process, we also register with our board of nursing. Guys, I'm a corporate. I did the same thing with Texas board of nursing, and after a year my CES report was not issued and my board of nursing application expired. You know, most of the board of nursing application lasts for a year, so if after a year they haven't received your CES report, they will close your account or they will send you an email to tell you that your registration has expired and you have to do it again. I have to pay $75 to do another registration. So guys, please do not repeat the same mistake that I did. Make sure that you have gone through with your CGFNS application and you are just about getting your report ready before you start with your board application. The third mistake that most candidates make is adding extra qualifications to their CGFNS process. So when I was doing mine, I was confused because at that point I was trying to finish up my anesthesia, so I didn't know whether to add it or not. So I had to contact Young NCLEX Pro Solutions, and guys, they are also the sponsors of today's video when it comes to your CGFNS application, your board registration application, fingerprint validation, Q bank analysis, hotel and flight booking. Just contact Young NCLEX Pro Solutions. Over the past few years, they've helped over 1,682 nurses with their CGFNS application process alone. So guys, they are pro. Go to their website and just make more inquiries. They took care of my registration for me. They advised me not to add any extra qualifications as it is going to delay the process, it is going to incur more cost, and also there can also be some discrepancies. So guys, that is the advice from the expert. Do not add any additional qualifications. I used my diploma certificate and I was able to sail through the process successfully. Now this brings us to the fourth point, which is avoiding discrepancies. Now this discrepancy can be in so many forms. It can be discrepancies in names, age, date of birth and so on. So now let me use mine as an example. When I was filling my CGFNS forms, I had two senior high school certificates. I had the private and the one from my school. The one I did privately, I added Kwame to it. Bad boy. I added Kwame, and the one I got from school has no Kwame, but all my other documents tallied with the one from my school. So once again, I contacted Young NCLEX Pro Solutions and they advised me to take the private exam out because even without the private exam, I will still be able to sail through, and it is going to cause some discrepancies in the names and it can also delay my process. Yours might not be names, it can also be date of birth. If you know that the date of birth on your passport, your school certificate, your birth cert does not match, sort them out before you submit your forms because this can cause a major delay. It can also cost you at a point in time and you're going to get frustrated. And also, if you're married and you have your husband's name attached to your name, make sure that you get your marriage certificate ready because this might be needed and you need to get evidence to prove your case. Now let's go on to the fifth point. The fifth point is quite controversial. This is when your school asks you to post the form yourself. Never never, do not do that. Ask the school to post it. Even if they give you the liberty to do it, ask them to send using their own address, because if you send the form without your school notice, or you send the form on behalf of your school without your school's address, CGFNS is going to reject the forms and you are going to do it again, and it's going to cost you another money to do the whole application again. So guys, even if your school asks you to do it, tell them to go ahead, do their part, because you will fill your part, give it to the school for them to fill the part, so that you can also do yours and they will submit it in the school's name. All you have to do is to follow up with the school to avoid any delays, and you do not have to post it yourself. One guy from East Africa gave me a call because his school did not know how to go through the CGFNS registration process, because it's quite a new school and they haven't encountered this form before. So I had to ask them to send a mail to CGFNS to get an explanation, so that they can use the template CGFNS send them to fill the form for them. But of course, the guy has to go through Young NCLEX Pro Solutions to get the form filled before he got to that stage. And also, if you are in the process of doing all these things, you have to make sure that your nurse's pin from your home country is active, because at a point in time you are also going to send them a form and they are also going to confirm whether you are in good standing with them. This includes having an active pin and also not having any restriction on your practice. So guys, make sure that your pin is active before you send your form to your NMC council. All right, so guys, this is what I brought you today. Make sure you do not repeat these errors, because it's going to cost you your time and your money. And also, if you need any assistance with your CGFNS forms, your Texas board registration, your fingerprint validation, or even the whole NCLEX tutorial itself, contact Young NCLEX Pro Solutions. And also check the link in my description for how to fill your CGFNS form yourself. Until we meet again, adios.